So welcome to this video series on aptitude presented by Mentors for IAS in association with Bangalore IAS Academy and Namak APSC. So in this particular session, we will continue to discuss few more problems on profit and loss. Okay, so the first question. Now the first question says, a dishonest dealer uses a scale of 90 centimeters instead of a meter scale and claims to sell at cost price. What is his profit percent? So what is the question trying to say? There is a dishonest dealer. Let us assume that he is a cloth merchant and he sells cloth material. So instead of using a meter scale, meaning what? Instead of using a scale of length 1 meters, he instead of that uses an incorrect scale, since he is a dishonest dealer, of length 90 centimeters. That is nothing but 0.9 meters. So instead of using a scale of 1 meter, he actually uses a scale of 0.9 meters. He further claims to sell at cost price. At cost price meaning he is not making any profit or loss. But since he is actually using an incorrect scale of 0.9 meters, he rather makes a profit instead of what he claims to be not making any profit or any loss. He actually makes a certain profit. So the question is asking for us to determine what is the profit percentage if he uses an incorrect scale instead of the accurate scale. So when he uses an inaccurate scale instead of an accurate scale, what is the profit percentage of the merchant? Now, if you've gone through all the 4 previous videos on profit and loss, if you've understood the concept, I would request you to pause the video over here and try to solve this first problem by yourself. It's okay if you take more time, but try to do it by yourself. Try to see if you are able to solve this particular problem by yourself, because if you are able to, it means that even when the question is twisted, even when the format or the type of question is changed, if you've understood the concept, you're able to solve it, and that is more important. Also, you'll have that satisfaction of solving a problem which you are not aware of by yourself, instead of going through the method which the book says or which I am going to teach you. However, in case you do not, we will solve it together now. So I hope everybody understood the question. So what I am going to do is, let me assume the cost price of 1 meter cloth. Okay, since we are assuming that he's a cloth merchant, I am going to assume. Okay, so let the cost price of 1 meter, of cloth be rupees X. Let it be rupees X. So if 1 meter costs X rupees, then when he uses an inaccurate scale of 0.9 meters, what is the cost price? Now, if 1 meter costs rupees X, how much does 0.9 meters cost? How much is it? It is nothing but 0.9 into X divided by 1, which is nothing but 0.9x rupees, or 9 by 10x rupees. Then the actual cost price is what? When he uses the incorrect or inaccurate scale, the actual cost price is nothing but 0.9x. But what is he doing? The dealer is saying that he is actually using an accurate scale of 1 meter, and he sells the cloth material as 1 meter itself at X rupees. But rather he is selling 0.9 meters, which is costing him 0.9x rupees. What does this mean? This means that for the dishonest dealer or the cloth merchant, the cost price is how much? The cost price is the actual cost price for 0.9 meters or for 90 centimeters, which is equal to 0.9x rupees. However, he is selling it as 1 meter cloth itself at the rate of X rupees. Therefore, selling price is how much? Selling price is X rupees. Cost price is 0.9x rupees and selling price is X rupees. Therefore, Can we determine the profit? Of course we can determine the profit. What is the profit? Profit is nothing but selling price minus cost price, which is x minus 0.9x, which is equal to 0.1x or 1 by 10x. So the profit that the merchant makes every meter is, or whenever he claims to sell 1 meter, is 1 by 10x rupees. That is the profit. However, the question is asking for profit percentage. Therefore, we will have to determine the profit percentage. How do we determine the profit percentage? The profit percentage is determined always on the basis of cost price. So here, what is the actual cost price? Actual cost price is 0.9x rupees. Therefore, it is 0.9x is 100%. Then how much is 0.1x? How much is this? This is nothing but 0.1 into 100 divided by 0.9x, x over here as well, x over here. So x and x gets cancelled, x and x gets cancelled over here. So what are we left with? What are we left with? We are left with nothing but 0.1 by 9 into 100, or this is nothing but 1 by 9 into 100, which is equal to 100 by 9 percentage, 100 by 9 percentage. However, if you look at the options over here, 100 by 9 percentage is not equal to 9%. It is not equal to 10%. See, as soon as you see 0.1x, okay, many of us would, in order to skip this step, as soon as we see 0.1x, 0.1 of something is nothing but 10%, we would quickly go and mark it as option B. But it is not option B. Why? It is 0.1x on the basis of the cost price, which is 0.9x, not with respect to x. So don't make such mistakes, and that is why 10% is actually given over here. So 100 by 9% is what it is, none of the options giving here. Therefore, the correct option is option D. The correct answer is none of these. None of these. However, if you remember, when we started off with profit and loss, I did mention in the end I did mention one of the formulas for your profit and loss when it comes to gain percentage when an inaccurate scale is used. So I will also mention how to use that formula and how to solve this kind of a problem by that method. So whichever you are comfortable with, you can go with that method. If you're able to remember the formula, please do remember the formula and solve it. It will help in saving time as well. If not, if you've understood the concept, you can go by that method as well. However, I will be solving few more problems of this type. I will rather use the formula itself as it helps in saving time. But you can make use of this concept as well to solve the same problem. It does not matter. So let me just clear everything once. Okay. So if you remember the formula I had given, whenever the question is about a dishonest dealer or something like that, okay, how do we determine the gain percentage? We determine the gain percentage how? It is nothing but error divided by true value minus error, the whole thing into 100. This will give you the gain percentage. So if you take this particular problem over here, what is the error? Error is not 90 centimeter. Error is what? Error is 100 centimeter minus 90 centimeter, or 1 meter minus 0.9 meters. That is the error. So error is how much? If I am taking it in terms of centimeters, error will be how much? Error will be 10 centimeters. Error will be 10 centimeters. What is the true value? True value is the correct actual length of the scale itself. So the true value will be how much? True value will be 100 centimeters. So we'll have to substitute error as 10 centimeters and the true value as 100 centimeters to get the gain percentage. So how do we get the gain percentage? Gain percentage is nothing but error is 10 divided by true value. True value is 100 minus error, which is again 10 into 100. So this is nothing but what? 10 divided by 100 minus 10 is what? 90 into 100. Again, this is nothing but 9 1 by 9 into 100 or 100 by 9 percentage what we had got initially or what we had got earlier. So if you can see here, you will end up with the same answer, but the time taken may vary. However, for that to happen, you will have to remember the formula. So therefore, as I had said earlier, whatever is easier for you, you may follow. If you can remember the formula, please remember the formula: gain percentage is equal to error divided by true value minus error whole thing into 100. That will give you the gain percentage. So if you've understood this, let us now move over to the next question, question number 2. Okay, now what does question number 2 say? Question number 2 says, a shopkeeper professes to sell his goods at cost price but uses a weight of 800 grams instead of kilogram weight. Thus, he makes a profit of what? What is the profit percentage? What is the profit percentage? That is what the question is trying to ask. So again, if you are going to make use of the formula, what is the formula? Gain percentage is equal to error divided by true value minus error, the whole thing into 100. This will give me the gain percentage. Now, what is the error over here? See, the incorrect weight used is how much? It is 800 grams instead of 1000 grams. Instead of 1000 grams, he is making use of an inaccurate weight of 800 grams. Therefore, error is what? Error is 800 grams. The accurate weight is what, or the true value is what? It is 1000 grams. Then don't you think we'll be able to determine the gain percentage? It is simple, right? So how do we determine the gain percentage? Gain percentage is nothing but 800 divided by 1000 minus 800 into 100. This will give me what? It will give me 800 by 200. 1000 minus 800 is 200 into 100. 100 2 times is 200. This is 400. This is 400. Sorry, my mistake. Error is not 800. Error is 200 grams. This is the inaccurate scale. I have to take the error. Error is what? 1000 minus 800. That is error. So it is 200. My mistake. I got confused over here. So this entire thing is incorrect. It will be 200 divided by 1000 minus 200 into 100. So we get 200 divided by 800 into 100. 0 and 0 gets cancelled. 2 times 100, 4. 100 by 4 is nothing but 25%. Therefore, the correct answer is 25%. The gain percentage or the profit percentage is 25%. The correct option is option C. It is option C. So I hope you understood this. However, if you want me to solve it by the traditional method, I will quickly do it by the traditional method itself, whichever way is easier for you. So, see the same question over here. So what will I do? I will assume the cost price. So let the cost price of 1 kg, let the cost price of 1 kg, whatever, if say for example he is selling rice for example, let the cost price of 1 kg of rice be X rupees. Let it be X rupees. But since he is using an inaccurate weight, so if 1 kg is X rupees, 0.8 kg is how much? It is nothing but 0.8x rupees. Therefore, the actual cost price is how much? It is 0.8x rupees. Selling price is how much? X rupees, because he is selling 800 grams as 1 kg at the same rate, that is X rupees. Therefore, profit is what? Profit is nothing but selling price minus cost price, which is equal to X minus 0.8x, which is equal to how much? Nothing but 0.2x. This is the profit. In order to determine profit percentage, it is always with respect to the cost price. Therefore, 0.8x, if 0.8x is 100%, then how much is 0.2x? This is what we have to determine. So it is 0.2x into 100 divided by 0.8x. X and x gets cancelled. This is nothing but 2 divided by 8 into 100. 2 4s are 8, 4 25s are 100. Once again we get the same answer, that is 25%. So now let us move on to the third question. Okay, now the third question says what? The third question says dishonest dealer, there's a dishonest dealer who professes to sell his goods at cost price, but he uses a false weight and thus gains 300 by 47 percentage. For a kg, he uses a weight of what? So here they have changed the question. So instead of us determining the profit percentage, they have given the profit percentage. The question itself has given the profit percentage to be what? 300 by 47%. The question is actually asking for the inaccurate weight used so that the dealer is able to gain or make a profit of 300 by 47%. So what is the false weight? What is the inaccurate weight? The correct value is what? The true value is what? The true value is 1 kg. And in order for us to make a profit percentage of 300 by 47% by claiming to sell the goods at cost price itself, what should be the false weight or the inaccurate weight over here? So again, this should be clear, I suppose. See, if gain percentage is equal to error divided by true value minus error into 100, then what is gain percentage? It is 300 by 47. It is equal to error. We have to find the error, divided by true value is what? True value is nothing but 1 kg or 1000 grams minus error into 100. So 0 and 0 gets cancelled over here. Cross multiplication, what do we get? 3 into 1000 is 3000 minus 3 into E is minus 3E, which is equal to 47 into E is 47E. Taking minus 3E to the other side, we get what? We get 3000 is equal to 47E plus 3E, or 3000 is equal to 50E. Therefore, E is what? E is nothing but 3 into 1000 divided by 50. 0 and 0 gets cancelled. 5 2s are 10, 0. Therefore, E is equal to 3 into 20, it is 60 grams. Therefore, the error is what? The error is 60 grams. If the error is 60 grams, what is the false weight or the inaccurate weight? This will be nothing but 1000 minus 60 grams, which is your 940 grams. Therefore, the correct answer is 940 grams. The correct option is option A. The correct option the correct option is option A, 940 grams. So if not by making use of the formula, how do you solve it then? Again, this should be very simple for you. Once again, I am going to assume the cost price. For this case, let me assume the cost price. Let me assume the cost price of say 1 kg. Let me assume the cost price of 1 kg to be 100 rupees. Then I will also assume let the false weight, let the false weight be say x kgs. Let the false weight be x kgs. This is the false weight which he actually uses to sell the goods or whatever that he is trying to sell. So now if 1 kg costs 100 rupees, then x kgs costs how much? It is nothing but 100 into x rupees. Therefore, our cost price is what? Cost price is 100x rupees. Selling price is what? It is 100 rupees. That is the original price. Then profit will be what? Profit is nothing but selling price minus cost price, which is equal to 100 into 1 minus x. This is your profit. Now the question itself mentions that the profit is what? Profit is 300 by 47%. So profit is for us 100 into 1 minus x, which is nothing but 300 by 47%. We know that the cost price will be equal to 100%. Therefore, 100x is equal to 100%. Now by cross multiplying, we should be able to determine the value of x, where x should be equal to 940 40 grams. So what will you do here? We have 100 into 1 minus x into 100 is equal to 100x into 300 divided by 47. 100 and 100 gets cancelled, 0 and 0 gets cancelled over here. So we have 3 over on this side, we have 3 on this side. Cross multiplying, we take 47 to the left hand side. What do we have? We have 47 minus 47x. Here also we have an x, it is 3x is equal to 3x. Therefore 47 is equal to what? Taking minus 47x to the other side, we have 50x. Therefore x is what? X is nothing but 47 by 50. So now dividing 47 by 5. 5 9s are 45, 2 5 4s are 20. Okay, so this is nothing but 9.4 by 10, or x is equal to 0.94 kgs, which is nothing but 940 grams. Therefore question 3 is A, option A, 940 grams. Next question. Question number 4. We now have question number 4. What does question number 4 say? Now, question number 4 says, a cloth merchant says that due to slump in the market, he sells the cloth at 10% loss, but he uses a false meter scale and actually gains 15%. Find the actual length of the scale. Find the actual length of the scale. So this particular question is slightly different from the previous questions that we have solved. Again, if possible, do try to solve this particular question by yourself. If not, we will solve it together. I will let you know how to solve it. So again, please read the question. I hope you've understood the question. So cloth merchant says that due to slump in the market, he is selling the cloth at 10% loss, but he is not selling the cloth at 10% loss. By making use of an inaccurate scale, he gains 15%. So he is making a profit of 15%. So what do we have to determine? We have to determine the actual length of the scale. Meaning what? We have to determine the length of the inaccurate. We have to determine the length of the inaccurate scale being used instead of the meter scale. Instead of the meter scale. So what is the inaccurate scale? So once again, what we will do is that we will have to assume some things. So what will we do? I am going to assume let 1 meter cost rupees 100. Let 1 meter cost rupees 100. However, based on the question, by saying that he is selling at 10% loss, he sells the same length at 90 rupees. Correct? See, what is the question trying to say? He sells the cloth at 10% loss. Okay. By claiming that he is selling at 10% loss, he will try to sell 1 meter. He is not selling actually 1 meter. He is saying that he is selling 1 meter at 10% loss. So what is he doing? He is claiming to sell 1 meter at 10% loss, that is rupees 90. That is rupees 90. Therefore, for us, the selling price is what? The selling price is rupees 90. See, by saying that he is selling at 10% loss, he sells the cloth for rupees 90. Because why rupees 90? Because I am assuming the cost of 1 meter length to be 100 rupees. If the total price is 100 rupees, 10% loss is what? 10% loss is nothing but rupees 90. Therefore, for us the selling price is rupees 90. However, based on the question, this rupees 90 actually makes a profit, is at a profit of 15%. However, actually by selling it at rupees 90, he is making a profit of 15%. Meaning what? This selling price of rupees 90 is 115%. If rupees 90 is 115%, then what is 100%. By determining this, we will actually get the cost price, because 100 rupees is not the cost price. He is not actually selling it at 10% loss. This rupees 90 is at 115%. Then it is important that we determine the actual cost price. So what is the actual cost price over here? Actual cost price will be nothing but 90 into 100 divided by 115. This is the actual cost price. But what is the question asking for? The question is asking for the inaccurate scale. How do we determine the inaccurate scale? Now it should be very simple. See here, if 1 meter costs 100 rupees, how many meters actually cost you? 90 into 100 by 115. So now by cross multiplying, we should be able to determine the inaccurate length of the scale. So what is it? It is 90 into 100 divided by 115. This 100 also we divided. So we get 90 divided by 115 into 100 divided by 100. So 100 and 100 gets cancelled. We get 90 divided by 115 over here. Now this is the actual length. However, if you look at the answers, it is now necessary that we divide. It is necessary for us to actually determine the value over here. So if we go about doing this, 5 18s is 90, 5 ones are 5, 4 8, 5 8s are 40, 5 2s are 10, 5 2s are 10, 1 carry, 5 3s are 15. So it is 18 divided by 23. It is nothing but 18 divided by 23. So we take a decimal point over here. So it is 23. Now 23 into 8 will be what? It is a 24, 8 to the 16, 1 no. So we'll have to go for 7. We'll have to go for a 7. So 7 3s are 21, 7 2s are 14, 14 to 161. So 23 into 7 is nothing but 161. So we take 161. So this is 90, 0 over here. Now we can take 8 because it is 184. So I think this is enough. So length is what? Nothing but 0.78 meters. 0.78 meters is what? Nothing but 78 centimeters. Therefore the correct option is option B. The correct answer is 78.2 centimeters. I hope you understood what I have done over here. Okay. However, if this method is not comfortable, I will give you a shortcut, but again you will have to remember that particular shortcut, how to determine the actual value over there. So let me just erase everything first. Okay. If you want the shortcut, that is the alternate, what you can do is you can take 100 plus gain percentage divided by 100 minus loss percentage is equal to the true scale divided by the false scale. The true scale divided by the false scale. So what do we get here? 100 plus gain percentage is what? Gain percentage is 15 divided by 100 minus loss percentage. Loss is what? 10% is equal to true scale. We are assuming the true scale was not assuming, sorry, it is 1 meter itself. It is 1 meter itself. True scale is 1 meter divided by false scale. This is what we have to determine. Therefore, false scale is what? 100 minus 10 is 90 divided by 100 plus 10, which is nothing but 115. So this is what we had got initially. So all that calculations, all that steps can be what do you call as given a miss. If you are able to remember this formula, you should be able to do it in a few seconds itself. So again the answer is nothing but 90 divided by 115, which is nothing but 0.78 meters or 78.2 centimeters. Therefore the correct option is option B. Question number 5 now. What does question number 5 say? Now question number 5 says a person sells a bicycle to B at a profit of 20%, B sells it to C at a profit of 25%. If C pays rupees 225 for it, the cost price of the bicycle for A is what? Meaning, at what amount did A try to purchase it? I hope this is a very simple question for you now. Everybody should be able to solve this particular question. Correct? So how do we solve this particular question? See, A sold to B at 20% profit and B sold to C at 25% profit. And if C purchased it at 225 rupees from B, what is the cost price of the bicycle for A? So if C purchased it at the rate of 225 rupees, meaning what, 225 rupees is nothing but the selling price for B. If 225 rupees is the selling price for B, and if B sold it at a profit of 125 at a profit of 25%, then 225 rupees is nothing but 125%. Then what is the cost price for B, which is equal to 100%? The cost price for B is nothing but 100 into 225 divided by 125. Now the question also says that A had sold it to B at 20% profit, meaning the cost price of B is the selling price of A. The cost price of B is the selling price of A, where the cost price of B is nothing but the selling price of A at a profit of 20%. So this is nothing but 120%. Then what is the cost price of A, which is equal to 100%? So what do we get once again cross multiplying? We get 100 into 225 divided by 125 into 100 divided by 120 divided by 120. This is what we get. So 0 and 0 gets cancelled over here. 25 5s are, this is 25 9s are, 2 5s are 10, 2 6s are 12, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9 over here. 5 and 5 gets cancelled, 2, it is 50 times, therefore 50 into 3 is what? It is 150 rupees. Therefore the correct answer is rupees 150. The correct option is option D. The correct option is option D. Now there are 3 practice questions over here, the answers for which will be posted in the comment section. Please do try to solve them. Please do ensure that you are able to solve them and get the correct answer. However, if you do have any doubts, please do write to us in the comment section, and the answers will also be posted in the comment section. So thank you for watching. If you did like the video, please do like us and follow us.